Hello, I am Aniruddha Travale, lecturer in Computer Technology Department, Kekewak Polytechnic, Nasik. Hello friends, in this session we will discuss the topic exception handling in PLSQL programming. Okay, so before start the exception handling block, let us discuss about basic point exception. What is exception? Generally, exception can be defined as it is unwanted or uncontrolled situation which appears in a program and which generally breaks the continuous flow of a program. So when exception occurs, your program control get break and unwanted condition occurs. This is nothing but an exception, and the block or the mechanism which efficiently handles those exception by putting or by printing the error messages which gives you the what is exactly cause of exception can be termed as exception handling block. Okay, PLSQL has this mechanism of handling exceptions. Let us talk about what is the general syntax of for coding the exception section. As usual, your PLSQL program will starts with a declare section, okay, and which has the declaration part. Next, after declaration, there comes a begin section which has the begin part, that is executable part or the logic of your program. If you wanted to handle unwanted situations or conditions termed as exception, that can be handled by this block called as exception block. So within exception block you need to handle such errors. Such errors can be handled by using the keywords when and then. So when I am writing a particular exception, then I will follow such a statement. So that is the case for first exception. I can handle multiple exceptions like second when exception name 2, then their desirable conditions. So like that I can write here multiple exceptions, and this end is for your begin end. Okay, so let us go for handle an exception by two ways. PLSQL provides two platforms to handle such exceptions, and they are: first one, predefined exception. So as the name suggests, predefined, that means somebody has already defined those exceptions, and such a predefined exceptions can be termed as system defined exceptions or internal exceptions. That Oracle server or system internally or automatically raised such a defined or predefined exceptions. What to be performed? We have to put the available exception names. These are the available exception names. There are multiple exception handlers, or there are multiple exceptions that can be encountered within your program. For example, we have taken those exception names, and they are cursor already open, which prompts you whether you have opened a cursor which is already open. For such a case, it will raise the cursor already open cursor. Then if you are performing invalid operation on a cursor which is not open or which is not performed previously, that cursor can be given as invalid cursor. Next, if your select statement or into clause not matches or not returns any row from a table, then you can raise this predefined exception, no data found. And if you are selecting or fetching more than one row or multiple row within a record or a variable, then this too many rows exception will encountered. And if you are dividing a number by 0, then this 0 divide exception will occurs, and these are their error numbers. So that handler will provide you the kind of message which you have printed along with these error numbers. So let us have example for predefined exception. Now here we are handling a divide by zero exception, which is a predefined exception. For this case, we have declared two numbers with their initial value 20 and 0, that is A and B. A as a number with a 20 initial value and B as a number with initial value 0, and we are performing the division task in third variable C, which is also a number. So here we are taking the numbers from we are printing the first and second number, and after printing those numbers we are doing their division, and that division is C is equal to A divided by B. Here value of A is a 20 and value of B is a 0. Now we are performing illegal task. We are dividing that A value by this 0 value, which is not possible. So we must handle the exception by using the exception block, and we have the predefined exception termed as 0 divide. So we have called that predefined exception by using keyword when 0 divide, then we are printing our error message, and that error message is trying to divide by a 0, and which is error, and we are just closing this end of this begin. So this program will handle by dividing that number by a 0. Similarly, there are multiple programs available. You can see on the screen, this is the program which will fetch a particular record from employee department, and we have encountered a condition for a salary. So kindly do same program which is available on your screen. Similarly, more programs available. These are again two more programs which are the examples of predefined exception. Kindly do those program. This program is for handling too many rows exception, okay, and this is again the program which is performing a 0 divide error. So please perform those program and let me know whether they have any errors. So this is the example of your predefined exception. Let us move towards user defined exception. As the name suggests, user defined. That means those exceptions must get be handled by and must get be declared by user itself. So system never know whether that is the exception until and unless we declare the exception. So for user defined exception, we must declare those exception in a declaration section, okay, and that declared section must be raised before their use, and that can be used by using this raise keyword. So let us have the syntax for user defined exception. Here you need to explain or you need to write the definition part of your exception by using this exception keyword. So this is the exception name which I am going to use within my program along with this exception keyword. Here is the declaration part. Then within begin part I am doing some task, and after doing some task I am raising my exception name. So here same exception name can be raised over here. So after doing such a task, that task can be written in exception block by using keywords when, exception name, then. Okay, so when I am calling this exception, that is a raised exception, it will print the desirable error message over here, and this is the end of your begin session. So let us start by doing one example for same case. So look at this example. I have again performing a task of 0 divide error, but that 0 divide error I am going to handle by using explicit way or by using user defined way. For same case I have declared here 3 variables, termed as x as a number, I'm taking that value from user, then y as a number, again taking value from user, then I'm keeping their result within this div_r variable, which is number. Here I have declared two exceptions over here. See, exception 1 and exception 2 along with keyword exception. Okay, so you must write or declare exceptions before their use. So at the begin part, I'm doing a task. That task is that condition is if y is 0, then raise exception 1. So if I'm taking this y value as a 0, then I must raise my first exception, or else if that value is not 0, then I must raise the second exception. Okay, so I'm handling here two exceptions. Otherwise I will perform a task of division of x by y. So here the result will be stored in this div_r variable, and if y value is not 0, or if y value is less than your or greater than your x value, then this division will get performed, and that result will get displayed by using this variable. Now there comes exception block, which actually handles your user defined exception number 1. So when exception 1, so when I am calling this exception 1, then error message must be division by 0 not allowed, because I am doing here task that I am dividing that x by 0 value, then I must handle that error message as division by 0 is not allowed. When I am doing second task, and when I am dividing a number by a small number, I am dividing a number greater with a small number, then I must put the error message as y value is greater than x value, please check the input. So for this case, this x value must be high as compared to y value, then you will perform task of division. So I have handled here two exceptions named as exception 1 and exception 2 by raising by following their conditions, and I am handling or I am printing their error messages. Okay, so this is the example for handle exception in explicitly way. Like that, here is one more example. Kindly go through with that example as a practice and check whether that is get executed or not. There is one more example. Okay, so these two are also the examples of your explicit cursor. You can perform those examples, but the requirement is you must have the table which is given here. Otherwise you can perform the same task for your defined table by changing their attributes or changing their variable. Okay, so I hope so you have understood the topic. I am waiting for your valuable responses and your queries. Okay, so thanks for joining the session. Thank you.